Hey guys, if you're looking for a one-stop shop for all your bodybuilding or physique development needs, Trained by JP is the place to go. These are products that I have loved and used for years with myself and clients because I genuinely believe that they are the best around. Like I say, they've got everything a high-performing athlete needs, whether that's tasty protein, cream of rice, or incredibly dosed health supplements, and every single supplement in between at the highest quality that you'll find. Or even if you wanted to dress and impress with a limited edition ranges, www.tb-jp.com is the place to go. Plus, you'll get a 10% discount while supporting me and the podcast by using the code 2easy10 at the checkout. The link is in the description below. Ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing?
Fucking great.
Yeah.
Fucking great. I like that, man. I like it. What have we been up to?
Well, Sarah's just been getting changed out of her tight top.
Yeah.
Before you started recording, she was in Catwoman attire.
A Catwoman in leopard print.
I'm a little bit pissed off that you had to change, if I'm honest.
I feel like the
on?
last one we made an agreement to dress up as sort of superheroes, and I thought, well, I'm just gonna put the camera on, and you'll be like, "Are you okay?"
I'll be honest, and I think I'll speak for Jack as well. That wasn't obvious that you were Catwoman. It was just looked like a leopard print top.
Yeah.
It didn't look anything like Catwoman. I'll be honest.
My shit version of I clearly need to get some sort of fucking superhero outfit.
But yeah. I reckon so.
I pledged to come as Jack.
That's it.
Here I am.
Yeah.
I just grew my beard.
Yeah, that's it. And
less muscle and more beard.
That's what's about.
Will you be wanking today, Ryan, or are we going to save that for another time?
Do you know what? I don't know what's worse. Why was I even filing my nail?
I know.
I don't. It's not something that I do. I don't file my nails. Do you know what it is? This is actually quite a good story. So 2021, right? There was a competition in my gym. Who can squat the most? It was all these different competitions, and one of them actually was at 5 plates, 220 kilograms for most reps. And there was a dude who got 17, and off camera I'd already got 20. So I was like, this is my record to take. Anyway, I did it, and I got up to 18 without breaking, and then I stopped and I started to showboat. Anyway, when I started to showboat, I ended up dropping the weight, and do you know what I ended up doing? Where's the camera? I chopped the end of my finger off.
Oh, fuck off.
So that's what my normal finger looks like. And I thought,
Jesus.
Yeah. So I chopped the end of my finger off 5 years ago. And basically the nail doesn't grow properly. Oh, shit, I keep missing the camera, sorry.
It looks like it looks fake. Like it's like
it looks like Megan Fox's thumb.
yeah. Well, anyway, so it doesn't grow properly, so that's why I was filing it, but yeah.
Mad. Bro.
But yeah, so I fucking dropped 220 kilos on my finger, and it literally just chopped right off.
Did it hurt?
Do you know there was? Do you know what? Oh no, there was no pain. There was zero pain because of the adrenaline, right?
Okay.
Right. I picked up my finger. Well, my friend picked it up because actually I almost fainted because I realized what happened. My friend put it on ice, took it to the hospital, and they said it was too late.
Oh shit!
So they just threw my finger in the bin, and then do you know? And here's the weird one as well. The bone was sticking out. So basically, the skin had come off, but just my bone was sticking up, and they had to chop the bone. It was only a local anaesthetic, so I was like fully watching it happen, and they just chopped my fucking finger bone off. Yeah, and that was that. They told me, they said, you'll have no nail. The nail was completely gone. So what the fuck is that? I don't know.
He's got an alien nail.
Yeah, it looks fucking terrible. But yeah, anyway, so that's what I was filing. I wasn't wanking, okay?
I've got an additional part to this, actually. I've just fucking remember. I was thinking, why am I thinking of people that have got no fingers? At the rave, this guy who's been very complimentary. And then he was like, oh, I've got no finger. And he was doing the joke.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is happening? Like, are you joking? Like, I don't know what I'm meant to do here. I was so fucking socially awkward. And he was like, well, what you do is you poke that one up the arse, and you poke that one up the fanny. And I was like, right, thanks, bro. And I was like, to be fair, it was quite a good size for the arse. Because it was like a finger. And he said, you can just do. And I was like, well, good size. I don't really know what to do in this fucking scenario. You've entered at the right time, Mark.
No,
I heard
listen.
that. I
No,
heard that.
listen. This is actually a very, like, I know this is weird. Like, you shouldn't talk about sexual stuff publicly. I totally agree. However, this is real. This is real. Like, there comes a point where I've got to put that. I've got to use this with my girlfriend. Right? And that is a real conversation. As much as it looks like I'm like trying to be funny now, I'm not. That's a real conversation. I have to use that. And
I mean,
Right, what have I
What
walked
on the
into
other
now?
hand?
What have I walked into, honestly? Hang on a
basically,
sec.
I chopped the end of my finger off squatting about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
That's what it should look like.
yeah,
And that's
Jesus,
this.
that's crazy. What about using your other hands, or are you just?
Because I'm right-handed, mate.
right-handed?
This is where all the skill lies.
Whoa. For what? Use the other hand for what? Fill me in here. What have I missed?
Fingering, apparently.
Use the other hand. Yeah. Fuck it.
I mean,
Hands,
it's a good.
fists,
Yeah,
elbows,
when
whatever.
I use my left hand, there's not as much coordination.
Yeah, that's why you got to practice, man.
You have got to have communication around these things.
I can.
I'm sure you all know who Tony Hughes is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had him on the podcast first time, and I'm thinking, this guy, like, and I was like, we've become best friends here. But he was talking about, his harem and whatever, and he started asking me questions about sex, and I was like, to be honest, the communication around it of sometimes the female can dominate, sometimes the male can dominate. Like, why not have those roles and talk about what you want and whatever? And he was like, wow, Sarah, I really like this. It's like, it's the thing. It's the thing. It's not just a male that needs to dominate.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
shit. Are we going down this route now? This
Apparently.
podcast is now the sex
Apparently,
Ooh.
cast.
I'm just letting it happen and see what's going on.
Strapping.
And,
Strapping.
I think
Yeah.
there are no rules, Sarah. There are no rules.
Female empowerment. Female empowerment. On that subject,
No rules.
a shout out and a thank you to the females that have messaged from watching this. Obviously, part of our dynamic is to bring a female insight into bodybuilding. And I feel like obviously we did the review and we spoke about different athletes and got them up on the screen, etc. And I've had some really cool messages of the crossover from my podcast and this podcast to say it's nice to have a female and males talking about competing in the bodybuilding space. So, yeah. Shout out.
Definitely. Absolutely.
I feel like I've been away for so long. I mean, like I missed last week's, but just feel like I'm
Where were you last week? What was the occasion? What were you doing?
I don't remember what was it last week.
Didn't you have
don't
someone
remember.
turn up or something?
So there was issues with the studio last week, obviously, yeah. And do you know what? Not only that, mate, I'm kind of glad because I was fucking sick last week as well. I had a bad chest attack. Did you see my picture that I posted up on my story the other day?
Yeah.
Fucking like 10 pounds in 5 days. Fucking hell. Bad.
Shit.
So yeah, I'm pretty glad that I wasn't because I wasn't that much fun last week, to be honest, but whatever. Yeah.
I gotta say, Mark, you oh, for fuck's sake, there's a cat that always comes and gets sorry, that's off subject. I gotta say, you're I like your hair. That's a really fucking bizarre thing to say, but I like your barnet. I feel like if I could grow that, I would.
Like a
It's
Tom
weird.
Holland
It's just weird. It's just grown, mate. Like these last couple of weeks, just grows.
I love
It's
it.
growth hormone.
I love it.
I wish I'd never done growth hormone in my life.
Have you not?
Never done it in my life. You see, so
Oh,
it's what I explained to you before about the whole peptide and growth thing with me, with my history of illness, and that I've never been able to go down that avenue. So yeah, I wonder what it would look if I did have growth hormone. But yeah, right?
So do you think that it does do that, Jack? Do you think that it's ever done that for you?
I find that things grow faster, like nails and stuff.
Things.
When I'm using, penises, all my penises are longer when I'm on growth. But yeah.
I feel like it helps me. Like, since I've got very thick hair, it's like I'm meant to be black with an afro. Like, when I dry my hair, it is big. When I have my hair done, they're like, whoa, you've got a lot of hair. But then since using growth, like you say, nails, hair, like I feel like it's just probably more durable and longer.
Funny, Mark, you say you've never used it. I've only used it for 1 year, and when I say 1 year, not even a full year. I only started using it in 2025, growth hormone. So there was like 20 years worth of training without it, and I've noticed no difference, zero, literally zero
I mean,
difference.
How much
I
are you
don't
using?
think.
Say again, bro.
How much are you using?
I started at 3 IU and I worked up to 6 IU.
Yeah,
Actually, I went
man.
to 8 IU for a period of time as well.
This is where I'm at.
where you want to be at.
I don't think I would see any difference right now because you know how long it's been and stuff. So
I think with growth, a lot of it is going to be cosmetic. You're going to have more fullness as a result of that, and this is why it can be quite useful on a contest prep. But ultimately, it doesn't work like a lot of people would assume, where it's like you take this and you've got this drastic improvement. Essentially, it's just helping how you're partitioning food. So your ability to gain lean tissue is going to be enhanced, and this is why people can eat a bit more food on it. But it's also, you know, if you take it right, you do things right, then it can help in the background. But it's not like there's going to be night and day. If it does, again, it's going to be that additional fullness.
yeah, I have noticed that in difference in people's physiques. So they do look, you know, fuller all the time when they look pumped constantly. So yeah, I've seen that, but
I don't disagree with the pharmacology. However, in my own anecdotal experience, I've noticed zero difference.
A lot of people have said that, right? To be fair, not just
like, I'm not fuller now. I'm absolutely not. I'm like, look the fucking same.
Have you? But what brand? The brand's important. There's a lot of funky stuff.
I remember the first night I used it, and it definitely enhanced my sleep. Like, literally, almost.
Really?
Yeah,
you mean like you felt it on the first evening?
Yeah.
Really?
Because my sleep for many years has been from doing so many preps. Like, I didn't really sleep properly.
Right.
I'd be the no sleep club, and I was like, yeah, this is a badge of honor. I don't need to sleep. And then I had growth, and I was like, oh, this is good. So I have a bit of an emotional attachment to it because it actually did.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it can be helpful.
The brand that I use, they're called Unique Labs, and we're getting the camera, and look how it comes. So it comes like real fucking professional and shit. Loaded up pen, like this. Yeah, it comes really good, like a added fucking pace.
That's like peptides come like that, don't they? Well,
anyway, yeah, I noticed zero difference because I used it in prep. I used it in off season. I'm not just being a dick for the sake of it. I'm just telling you the truth. I noticed nothing.
Fair.
In my last prep, when it was the first time I used growth, and I've probably told Jack this before, because obviously you get very lean on the stomach. My stomach comes in fairly quickly, and you know when it's like papery skin. So I'd inject the growth and it would be like bleeding a bit, and you get the little like welts sometimes. So my coach was like, inject into your kneecap. And I was like, okay, this is really weird, but I'm injecting into my kneecap because I was zero fat.
I've done the kneecap as well, you know. I've done the kneecap.
It's so weird, isn't it? You're like, this is not right.
It's basically just like saggy, loose skin, you know, like, and you don't really feel much there either, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that little bit of fucking fat that's there.
Yeah.
It just sounds worse than it is, and I'm looking at my knees now and thinking that just sounds worse than it is.
I think it's fine. You know, it's like the needle's tiny in it. It's fucking tiny.
It is.
Do you know what I think the thing is, right? So to a casual, right? I think the words growth hormone sounds extreme. Yeah. If you're someone who doesn't really know what you're talking about, you hear people using growth hormone, in your mind you go, fucking hell, that sounds intense. Fucking hell, growth hormone, fucking hell. And I think what it sounds like and what it is, there's quite a big disparity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of misconception with growth hormone because when someone's got like a blown out waist, like that's growth hormone, that is. And
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
really.
yeah, yeah,
no, no, it's not. It's not. Like, you fucking idiot. It's
yeah.
about, someone's done that through probably overeating or, yeah, it's growth hormone's not going to be the likely thing. And if that's going to be because people are worried about it growing organs or whatever, you would have to take a lot, abuse it a lot, and then abuse food for that to be the case. And a lot of people just simply aren't doing that. And there's more cases of people blowing out the waist because they've just not looked after the digestion. They've overate.
Yeah.
That's going to be like it's same with insulin. People say that with insulin. People are like, I like, wow, these are, it's almost like these are drugs that you progress to. It's like if these are drugs for like pros or you have to get to a certain level to use them. And it's like, not necessarily, it's understanding how they work. Like insulin can be scary if you fuck it up and if you don't do it right. But obviously if you do it right, it's actually safer than anabolics, right?
I've used it for ages, growth.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, the kind of underlying thing there is like anything abused is a problem, right? Anything abused is a
Oh,
problem. But yeah, I think to a lot of people watching this, like you think that like growth hormone's going to be this massive game changer, and
Mm.
I just can't get on board with that. I think testosterone is a game changer.
I feel like it's
yeah.
like that it's something in the background. Like I've always seen growth as like a something that's part of my model all year round as part. I don't see it as like this
If you
magic thing.
Yeah, I think if you want to use it as a game changer, you have to run a decent amount and for a lengthy period of time. If you want it to be a game changer, and
When you watch the YouTube videos of people that run like really high,
yeah,
there's
I mean,
really
there's that guy who's ran like 100 IU of growth or whatever. I think I've heard that
Miles.
it becomes, yeah, I think it becomes, um, I've heard that it actually becomes catabolic past 20 IU. I personally am on 10 IU, and again, this is not something that you'll go, oh, I've noticed the difference with that. It's just going to be the background. It's like similar to like a creatine, right? You don't take creatine, you go, wow, I've noticed it. It's just going to help it in
Yeah.
the background.
And that's kind of what my point being is though. Like, if you got someone who's natural and they use
Mm,
testosterone, it's going to be like fucking hell, wow, right?
yeah,
And if you got someone who's on cycle and puts in growth hormone, it's going to be like, and that's kind of my
yeah,
point. Like, it's marginal progress,
yeah,
especially if you're looking for like a slam dunk progress. You know what I mean? Like a really like a night and day, like fucking hell.
yeah,
And I don't think that the average person really understands that. I'll have clients say to me, when I do this off season, I'm going to do everything proper. I'm going to get on like the growth. I'm going to get on like master on, and they think that it's going to be like this massive thing that's going to like make them
no,
fucking from average bodybuilder to fucking elite of the elite. And it's like,
yeah,
get your
yeah,
shit done first with
literally
anything.
that.
Mm. It's
You'd
Yeah,
every
always you'd always hear the old school boys saying, like back in the day, I'd rather spend more money on a shitload of tests than spending all that on a load of GH.
couldn't agree
I
more.
yeah,
suppose it still stands, right?
I know not everyone's in agreement, and maybe even when I'm talking now, that you might be like, I don't really agree. Fair enough.
it's
Just my own
personal anecdote.
experiences. My own experiences. There's a massive disparity between what people think and what is reality. That's just what I think.
for sure,
That's the thing, though, isn't
100%.
it? It's personal anecdote from what you've seen, and I agree with. Like the thing is, this is the thing with all compounds. Like I talk about this all the time, mainly geared towards the female advice on the podcast, because of course there's not many females that talk about gear use as such, and it's the reoccurring pattern is from pretty much everyone I speak to is that compound wise, if you can increment up, try different compounds and then look at stacking them if you're going to use multiple compounds, see what works for you because this is with the virilization as well. Some compounds you notice things happening quicker than other compounds. And many coaches will say, if they're working with an experienced competitor, do you know what compound you get on with? Because it's personal anecdote, all of this. It should be, we should be under, ideally, I believe, I'm saying should be, but it's like if you're not learning what works for you, if you're not learning the compounds that work well with you, both physiologically, physique wise, mentally as well, you're just pretty much poking yourself in that, like, oh, I try these, I don't really know. Like, it's a good exploration, I think, you
Hey,
know.
Sarah.
Yeah.
So you go, Jack. You go, Jack. So
What I was just going to say, like, I've just come to realize that, well, there is, a, you know, no magic drug. And we know this, right? But there's a lot of people like, oh, if I do this, this will be a game changer. The game changer usually isn't the drugs, you know? Obviously, if you've not been using drugs and you start using drugs, yeah. But usually it's optimizing your setup, and the drugs are an assistance with
Mhm.
whatever you're doing. So the drugs could become more effective if you optimize things properly, for sure. But it's not like a game changer. And I've also come to realize that because a lot of people will ask me things, it's like, oh, what do you think of NPP? What do you think of Tran? What do you think of the Daboul, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, do you know what? I don't use these things. I just use Test, Master Primo. And I just don't see a reason to really veer outside of that because it's like these sit well. They're not extremely, the most toxic out of those is Test. And, you know, there's, if I need more out of it, people are like, oh, well, you could grow better on this. It's like, yeah, but I could also do more of those things. So do more of what's working instead of putting something in and just it's not going to be ideal.
I would argue that testosterone is the best thing to grow on. Like one of the reasons why people introduce other things is for you're trying to mitigate side effects, right? A lot of the
Yeah,
time, Primo and Master are in there to help control E2. Whereas
that's
actually,
literally
if you could just run 2 grams of fucking
yeah,
testosterone and experience no problems, it's probably
yeah,
gonna be the best.
yeah,
Hey, stop it! It's fine in
100%.
my fucking bin. Stop it.
The alternative to that would be AI or maybe equipoise, right? For to help with the E2 control. But you know, Primo Must, they're just going to be um, better to like. It's not really. Yes, these can add, help add more tissue, but it's the test that's going to be doing a lot of the legwork, and everything
Yeah.
else is basically a derivative of test. And people are like, oh, I'll go on Tren or I'll go on MPP, and then the shit's fucked up, and they're like, it's not really worth it because now you've either mitigated your progress because you spent more because your body's been under stress, or you've got to spend longer taking care of your health. Whereas,
Mm.
I've come to the realization I could just, if I'm more moderate with the toxicity of the compounds, and I'm on top of the health markers, I could be on in a super physiological range, a blast for a longer period of time.
Yeah,
That's going to yield more growth.
yeah, agreed. Hey, Sarah, I've got a bit of a question for you, but it's a bit of a hypothetical, okay? But I was genuinely curious to hear your opinion, given that you work with females and whatever. If you had to put a woman on a steroid, would it be Femtest, Primo, Anavar? Okay, of those three, I'm assuming it'd be those three as the top three contenders, okay? And sorry, just I'll finish off. And if you wanted to, if the woman was like, it's life and death whether I virilize or not. Like it's so important that I don't virilize. Which would you, gun to your head, you had to say one of those was the best?
Well, I would add mast because I now use mast myself. Hmm.
Okay,
It,
yeah. So of those four, then.
yeah, it's so unique because I've had so many examples of different females that have experienced different things across all.
Totally get it. But if you had to,
Hmm.
stop
This
it.
I could talk about this for an hour. I'm not very good at just, but if there was a gun to man, I'd be like, "Can I just explain my answer, please?" And an hour later, I'd be like, Uh,
No, like fucking time's running out. Fucking pulled the trigger. Gun shake. Come on. What is it?
the thing is, okay, so I see
He's gonna go. He's gonna go.
I see why
Five,
Fem test is in the
4,
mix.
three,
Says.
2,
2,
1.
1.
Bang, you're dead.
Oh,
Okay.
for fuck's sake.
I like mast. I'm gonna
There you
go.
go.
I'm gonna go with personal preference.
Oh,
Now, I just want
why
to.
must?
Yeah,
I
I'd
want the
expect that.
extension of Fem test because Fem test, like you wouldn't run that high. Okay, I know females that have, and bad things have happened. So it's like, because I would use the fem test with the anabolic, you see. So that would be a baseline, and then the addition of the Anavar, Mast or Primo. So that's why it's like it's
What?
different.
Why Master over Primo?
So I personally get on better with Mast. I find that, and I haven't used Primo for, well, since the shortage. So that's why I wanted to try Mast because I've heard really good things through males though. And only I know Romana has used Mast. So I was like, well, how did you get on? We had the shortage. I tried it. I find that for me personally, again, like you're saying, Ryan, with your personal anecdote, I found that I swelled up a fair amount. I held quite a lot of like an inflammation, puffy, watery look with Primo. Now I understand that obviously when you then take it out, or depending on what phase you're in, you then can see the look. But I just look very like puffy, and I don't like it. I don't get that with Mass, and I don't get that with Anavar. So
Can I just finish off that? Sorry, I keep butting in.
I know.
And we're talking like the absolute best for not virilizing. If you had a gun to your head, we're not talking favorite.
Okay, so this is where I get stressed because you're all putting a gun to my head.
I
So
mean, that's quite stressful for a lot of people, to be fair.
so you could go with Anavar, right? However, from an experienced, and talking about Romana, won't mind me mentioning, Romana's voice changed from only Anavar, just Anavar. Her voice changed pretty much
Mhm.
like that.
I've
Just
seen that
Anavar.
happen. Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah,
So
That
that
changed
can.
my mind.
For sure.
we've obviously got examples of this, that, and the other. But again, I guess if you just had to stake your life on it, and you say, look, I reckon this is probably the safest one.
I've got my answer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I've got mine as well. And
I'm so fucking. I have to explain everything to the nth fucking degree. So we'll be here. You go, Jack. Fucking hell.
all right, so Jack,
I
what's
know
yours?
too
What
many
do you reckon?
stories.
Primo.
And remember, we're not talking the best one for a female. We're talking the least virilization.
Primo.
Interesting. Okay,
Primo.
Yeah.
I'd go Anavar myself.
Yeah. See, this is the
Ooh.
thing. This is why I'm like I could argue all of them. That's like I could say, and the thing is, because I have the podcast myself and I've been doing it for 4.5 years, my mind is so full of stories of all compounds that and because of the way my mind works, if that question ever got asked from a client or someone inquiring, I wouldn't be able to say I personally would go with X compound. I would have to go into the deep dive of every single compound, what could happen, what this looks like, how we can titrate dose up or we can titrate back down, blah, 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 blah. So that's why it's difficult for me.
It's funny because with men, I think, okay, us men, Mark and Jack, I think we can agree. There are certain rules that I would almost say are hard and fast with steroids for men.
Mhm.
Generally speaking, you're going to go on Anavar and Primo, and it's a pretty predictable result, isn't it? Pretty much, in the latter stages of a diet phase, you're going to be able to increase your androgen load. You're going to be able to control estrogen levels. You're going to look harder, have a bit more of a cosmetic appeal to your look. There are certain things, but with women, it doesn't seem to be the way. It's almost a bit like a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly that. And that's why I'm like, it is so difficult because there's so many different cases and different examples of, and I would say those three compounds as the main ones if we're talking about, anabolics. And if femtest was there, although if there's any American listeners, Americans don't know what femtest is, by the way. That's a UK thing. I remember talking about it, and lots of people have sort of come forward and go, "What the fuck is femtest?"
I
A
do
lot of
think
people don't know.
Femtest is overprescribed.
I think it was shit that a lot of Primo was, sold as Primo as well, and a lot of women were taking it when it wasn't.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's
That
bad.
was shit. That was. I know for a fact
Yeah.
that was happening.
And
Yeah,
something like
there was a
MBP.
lot. And
Yes.
obviously, there's the potential for it to just be what testy, like what test you
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
sold, and that can obviously cause, towards the virilization as well. So it's like you say, I feel like that's the roll of the dice because it literally is. Now, what you can do from a female standpoint, the main thing I see as a reoccurring theme, well, there's two. The two effects that women are cautious of and perhaps worried, however we want to say that, are obviously the voice changing and then the male pattern balding. So there's many, many females that I will interview or are friends that will say, if I started to bald and lose my hair, that's a non-negotiable. I would pull whatever compounds I'm using. And then the voice side of things, and I don't know if you know this, but you can actually use an app, and there's a special tracker of female you can basically speak into each week, and you can do that check-ins. So
Didn't know
as
that.
a reminder, and females that are going assisted, something that could, I mean, it might be alongside your coach if they don't know about this or they don't advise it, but something that allows you to log this and remember is when you check in with your coach, just talk the words into the voice changing app, and it will, so you've got that constant. Every week I check my voice, see if I'm happy with it, as it were, and what direction it's going, because you can pull back. That's what you forget. You can titrate down, you can pull the compound, you can actually, I'm not saying you can reverse it, although there are some people in the space being able to reverse vocal cord virilization. However, if you pull back, you can stop that full process happening, depending on the person. So yeah, it's multifaceted.
I guess if you catch it early enough, you certainly got a chance, haven't you? You got a
Yeah.
chance. Yeah.
I mean, I've still heard some people who sounds like their voice is like breaking, you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
their pitches all over the
Cracking.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
And
like there's a
they're
lot
kind
of
of stuck
people.
there as well. They haven't
I
gone
feel
all
like
the
there's
way.
a lot of people in denial when they virilize,
Yeah.
just because they're so desperate for it to not happen. Like, I've barely virilized, and they're like, I barely virilized.
That's
I
true.
don't-
That's true.
Yes,
Yes,
100%.
that's true.
Yeah, and that's fucked because if you're not noticing it, that's how you virilize a lot. And it's like, okay, you want to not virilize, but you are virilizing.
You
As
are.
a
Yeah.
hard pill to swallow.
Hey,
It's like, that's
do you know
happening,
what,
man.
Jack? That's such a fucking good point. And Sarah, like, present company accepted. Like, the last thing I want to do is offend people for the sake of offending people.
Yeah.
But I think there are some women absolutely in denial. They're like, they'll make a reel and they'll be like, "I'm still super feminine," and you're like, I know it's a spectrum and I know all this stuff, but like anyone with two eyes can see you're not that feminine anymore. That words have definition. Excuse me, definitions have meaning. You know, you can't just create your own version of femininity. You can, but you can't expect everyone to play along with that version.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, this is absolutely, it's a really good topic to talk about, to be fair, and have a male or female's input. I feel like the theme that I see in the female bodybuilding space is that there can be, this is not everyone, as we always say, but there can be this, like, as females, we're weighing ourselves at a young weight on the scale, on a young age on the scales. Your mum's telling you should be skinny and be a ballet dancer or whatever. You know, like you wear a dress because you get brought a dress. Like, there's all of those things. And I feel like when you find bodybuilding, when you find muscle, femininity changes for you, and you finally feel like you can express yourself through the muscle, through the armor as well, of muscle and building muscle. And there is almost a pushback to, that's not who I want to be, but that's what society deems I should be. You know, this is what I've been brought up to be, but that's not actually me. And, you know, we don't live in anyone's head. So, and I don't feel this way, you know, I like to wear a dress or whatever. I wouldn't say I'm overly feminine, but it, you know, as in, you know, quote unquote feminine, whatever. But I do like that side. And when you say, obviously, like there's the definition to femininity, I like to be that when I go out or I do certain, like, I like that. But some females don't want to do that. That's not how they feel good. They feel like they're dressing up and it's like they're, you know, an article and everyone's looking and what have you. So
I think there's two different things there, though, because no one's saying, like, okay, maybe some people are, but in general, people aren't telling people this is what you should be. They might feel that pressure, but that's like, if they want to be their version of femininity, that's fine. But as I say, that you can't just redefine words. And for example, okay, if I wore heels, okay, I'm perfectly enabled. If I wore eyeliner, if I painted my nails, I mean, I'm fine with nails, to be fair. But if I painted my nails, then okay, that's feminine. That makes me more feminine. Now, then if I came out and put a reel up and went, "This is my version of masculinity, and you have to accept me," and it's like, well, you're just making shit up just to fit your own narrative.
yeah.
I can feel that way, but I can't make everyone else agree with me just because I'm stamping my feet.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I feel like, as I say, we don't live in anyone's head. When there is, I feel like an influence from family members from a young age. Like we all know, and obviously I don't know all of your childhoods in that detail, but we all know what we can carry from childhood into adult life. And muscle, I feel like it runs very, very deep for some people, male and female, where it's like you're suddenly you are a superhero, right? You're redefining what the fuck you want to be.
Yeah.
Fuck the
So
childhood influence. Fuck everyone else. I'm gonna be who I want to fucking be.
I
That
think
becomes, you know.
I think the issue is where, because you see a lot of this, right, in when it comes to female bodybuilders, is there's a bunch of people saying this isn't what a woman should be.
Yeah.
That I think that's where a lot of the issue is, because you guys don't get it the same. Where it's like this is what a guy should be in bodybuilding, right? We could talk outside of bodybuilding. There's plenty of that. It's like this is what a man should be, blah 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 blah. But again, there's a lot of female bodybuilders who are just trying to be the best female bodybuilders that they are, and they're like, this is what this is not a woman. A woman should be like this, da, 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 da. And it's like that's where the conversation, as opposed to pushback, it's like, well, who are you to tell me what a woman should be? This is my version of a woman. And I suppose there, and I would say that's probably a little bit different from the discussion of what's feminine, what's not. Because if I was to speak with a feminine voice, like you all could probably picture that in your head of me, hey,
Yeah,
right?
Brad.
And then I go like, I'm masculine. This is my, if I was to try and say this is, I've now redefined this as a masculine voice, that's going to be different, right?
Yeah, that's it. Definitions, like we need to adhere to definitions. Otherwise, what's the point of anything? If I can just make up what I want, I can just say this bag actually isn't a bag. Actually, I want it to be a fucking plum. Like what? It doesn't mean anything. Words have to mean stuff. So femininity and masculinity exist. Now, if you want to merge them, great. No one's saying don't do that. But
Do you think?
You can't have a deep voice and fucking bit of a beard growing and say this is my version of femininity and you have to accept me. And it's like,
But do you think? I suppose this is a good discussion, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be subjectivity within what is feminine,
correct.
right? Because so, how much muscle is feminine, and where does it exceed what is feminine?
That's a
Some
good
people would say,
Good question.
some people would say beyond bikini level. Some people would say bikini girls, or too muscular to be feminine.
Well, it depends on who you are. If you ask bodybuilders, it would be scaled up. If you ask the general population, they'll say,
different.
girls. Yeah.
What would you say, personally, Ryan?
Personally, for me, I don't think that it's a muscularity. No, there is probably is a point. Okay, I'm going to change my answer as I'm saying it. I would say like female bodybuilding. So, for example, dating preferences, I would struggle. I would very much struggle to find that attractive personally. That's not disrespecting, I'm allowed a sexual preference, right? So yeah, I would personally struggle with like a female bodybuilder size woman.
Yeah.
Anything below could be more acceptable in my mind.
Because even WPD is very big, of course. So it's, it's.
Yeah, I'd probably struggle with that as well personally to find attractive. So yeah, I find femininity attractive. So probably bikini, wellness. I might cap it there. I might cap it there if I'm honest.
So would you say when it's not attractive to yourself, that's why it's beyond your definition of femininity?
No. So No. So I'm just going by what I find attractive. But femininity is more so than muscle. So, for example, you can have a woman who's like a female open bodybuilder. You can have that, but she still preserved her femininity. Okay, the way she carries herself, the way she talks, the pitch of her voice, the way she does her makeup, all of the the bits and bobs. So I don't think that it's necessarily a muscularity thing. I was just giving a sexual preference.
Fair enough. Like, what categories would you stop banging at?
I just like the way you put that because I was thinking, how can I explain this? And that's pretty much it.
Mark's got to answer now. Come on, Mark.
I mean, go on. So where would you stop banging these?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think there's a totally different look, isn't it? So it's like, I mean, if you look at wellness, there's a lot of muscle there, right? A lot of muscle. Some people will say that's fucking ridiculous amount of muscle for a female. I think it's pretty fucking cool.
It is cool.
It's cool.
I really like it. I'm not gonna lie. So I've never really had to think about that question, to be honest with you. But are we talking about preferences, personal here? So
I guess the question evolved, did it? The question evolved.
Yeah. It's like, where would you stop banging?
Yeah, I think Jack kind of put it bluntly, and now we have to kind of think about it bluntly. But to be honest, like you said, man, it's like some people preserve what we or what everyone perceives as their femininity, but I think that comes in different kind of looks for different women as well. But like I said, I think I watched a video this morning of someone slating some wellness athlete. Did you see that?
Yeah, she's a young girl.
That's right. There you go. Yeah. And I looked at that. I was like, fucking hell. Okay. I mean, where does the line stop for that? What was the need for that? You know what I mean? I get it, and I see the both points of view, but like it felt a bit shit because not trying to be on the fence or anything, but she was a human. She's a young girl, and she's she's a really, really nice girl and all that shit. And I just felt really bad for her.
Yeah, because it takes away from the achievement.
Yeah. But anyway, that's veering off course.
Jack. We need Jack. Where are you stopping banging?
We didn't get an answer from Mark, man. He just been.
He said it, didn't he? Oh, sorry.
I reckon Mark goes for a vibe. So
yeah,
that is that.
Thanks, Sarah. Take that.
Just a way out, man. That was a way out.
No, fuck that.
I go for vibes.
Like I said, I like a big muscly butt. I'm not gonna lie, I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have to say that I don't like anything. I just know what I do like, right? Don't have to say what I don't like.
So, could it be any type of muscle? What about Ronnie Coleman's muscularity?
I mean, never say never.
Fair enough. Very diplomatic, Mark.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh, mate, that's such a 2026 answer, isn't it?
Yep.
So, very fluid.
It's the person underneath. I think.
Listen, I have my like obviously if I saw something in front of me, I'd be like, nah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a bit different. I do.
Yeah.
I think
the answer changes the bigger that you get, the deeper you get into bodybuilding. Because I remember looking at Ronda Rousey when I was getting into bodybuilding. I'm like, wow, that's a big person. That's big. And do you know what? I don't know how I would be if I was with a girl that was bigger than me, more muscular than me. I don't know how that would be.
No way.
I don't know how that would be.
Dudes are well into that.
It'd be so interesting.
There is no way. If she's lifting more than me, she's bigger than me. No way.
Yeah. No.
When it comes to someone like you, right, it has to be a pretty fucking big person.
Yeah, fucking hell. But like
300-pound girl.
I'd get away with it, you know.
Yeah.
I would I don't know, because that's all my life is trying to be as big as possible. And if I met a girl and she just beat me at that, I'm like, I've got no points here. I've got nothing. I mean, a girl could beat me at snooker. She could be better at things than me. That's cool. But like, if she's bigger and stronger than me, I'm like,
It's up your game, son. Up your game.
Emasculated. Yeah.
And let's be real. Like, let's ask the woman on the panel, right? So If you were stronger than a man, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to say you're likely to not be as attracted to him. Correct?
Not my vibe.
Exactly. If you were bigger and stronger than your man, you're like, nope.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. My ex-husband used to I tried to get him into training. It was a bad time, guys. It was a bad time. However, tried to get him into training, and he'd come and lift the same as me, and I would end up, and I played a part in this not being a great marriage. I'm happy to admit that. But I'd be like, why are you being such a fucking pussy? You're lifting the same as me on the leg press.
Oh, I would have
and it would come out, and I
jump in front of a train.
Yeah, and this is where I do have problems sometimes with friendships and relationships, because I just say it. And
if I went to the gym with my missus, she lifts more than me and called me a pussy, I would have to exit life immediately.
And he'd get upset, you know. And once it got to a point where he'd come out of the gym and stuff. And once I just turned around to him and he was saying I'm really body conscious and stuff. And I was like, you've got fat because you've given up on yourself. You keep moaning about it. You can't project because I'm so into bodybuilding. That's not on me. This is your problem. You are lazy.
That's not attractive.
And it's like,
yeah,
upset, but I've got to tell you, this is on you.
Listen, it's like him not being strong is like not attractive, but it's more so his mind, right?
No, that's what I mean. It's a mental thing. Yeah, I'm not talking about physical. Yeah, that's not attractive. That
like you're
yeah. I mean,
man child.
Hey, do you know, just to make the question fair as well. So obviously, we like, at what point are we banging till? Yeah. Sarah, right? With muscularity, yeah. At what point are you okay with men's physique? Or are you okay with men's open? Like, at what point are you?
Wait. We've been in this conversation. We've talked before about men's physique guys being massive and all
I know. Yeah, that's a good point.
So come on. So where are we going with this?
That's a good point.
Yeah, but like C-bum, right? Like, or you know, that level. It's like, well,
is there too big for you or too small?
Yeah.
That's a better question. All right, okay.
I don't believe there's too big.
So if someone like Marcus Raw or Ronnie Coleman, like that's fine. You'll be like, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm going to say the answer I gave for Marcus, but I'm looking for the vibe. I'm looking for the fucking, you know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. But
okay.
okay, yeah.
What if they're like 140 pounds and never been to the gym?
No, I can't. No.
And they're emaciated.
So it's vibe, but only vibe on certain conditions.
Yeah, this is honestly the vibe answer. Not having it.
I totally agree, Jack.
Okay. Wait. What about height?
Don't you dare say it's a vibe.
It's a person underneath.
Yeah, it's better underneath the measuring. That's a good question.
Would you go out with someone who's 3 foot?
What about if the vibe was amazing?
It's midget
soulmate, but 3 foot.
Honestly, right? He was so hilarious, but he's 3 foot. He was hilarious though. He was so fun.
We're digging into my vibe has
limits,
rules attached to it,
as boundaries.
Now, right? What I'll say is, I'm not gonna get the fucking vibe if it ain't there for the preference. So the vibe is delivered within.
It's got to be something, right? First, right?
Okay, so that's the point. So that's the question. So how big is too big?
What height? Penis? Size?
Muscularity wise, so you just said that the vibe is dependent on certain things, but is like Marcus Raw, Ronnie Coleman, is that too big or is that fine?
No, I don't think that's too big. The thing is, when you've got also clothes on and you meet someone probably for the first time, unless it's backstage naked, like I don't feel like it's because we're in the bodybuilding space, but I wouldn't look at someone and think you are outrageously big. Like when I met Nick Walker, he didn't look how you would perceive he would look, you know, on stage. He just looked like a jacked guy. I'm not saying he's anything other than that, but what I'm saying is it wasn't like offensive or anything like that. So yeah, I mean, unless you meet backstage naked, you know, I don't feel it's offensive to see someone that size, and he's fucking humongous, obviously.
Yeah.
In real life, I wouldn't like that's.
I feel like you get desensitized to.
Yeah, you've also got the reality of heavily muscled individuals, whether that's male or female, like there are alterations to sex life to certain things because if you're both big, like there's definitely things that need to happen in regards
Yeah.
to being able to do.
Why is Ryan smiling like that?
There is. There absolutely is.
I got so many thoughts going on in my head right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Imagine male, female, both jacked out their mind. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Micro penis pegging.
yes, I mean
Yes.
that is a niche. Yeah.
I got to
Yeah.
be careful. I do
Fuck
need to be
yeah.
careful with my words here because I've got a girlfriend and I don't want her to be annoyed. But like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like when I'm lying there, okay, and she wants to. Bear with me.
Wait. Okay, right, start again.
I'm laying down my finger.
If I'm laying there and she straddles over me, the width of my legs and whatever, she can't really do it. Do you know what I'm saying? So you say like, especially when I'm off season, so it doesn't really. Certain positions don't work.
Yeah, it's logistics.
They don't.
There's legit logistics.
Couple that with a tiny dick.
Tough.
Couple that with a tiny dick, and it's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Tough.
You know what I mean?
It's tough, man. It's tough.
I'm glad you didn't ask me penis size because I'm not very good with like inches, centimeters.
Have you actually have you actually looked into like Kama Sutra shit though? All jokes aside, have you actually looked into like Kama Sutra shit? Do you like these weird position things that you can, you know, do to like?
What have you got for us, Mark?
Well, no. Just I mean, I'm not going to go into detail, but there's like, you know, there's like, so like you just said about the riding bit, right? There's other ways, and it sounds and feels weird, but it's like when you've got to put your legs over so that you're kind of, so it's like a reverse cowboy style, but her legs are over under. If that makes sense, do you get me? Am I making sense?
Yeah.
And that one gets the bits.
It's all about angles, man.
Yeah.
Bodybuilding is about
position.
angles.
Yeah, there you go. So
science-based fucking.
I also feel like as well, there is with competitive bodybuilders, there is this part where when I'm lean, I look like I'm about 14. Like I feel like the males sometimes, and I've had plenty of females that have said their other half is like, it feels like I'm fucking a child because you become very child. And it's not very nice. It's not very nice. Like they don't like it. And it's like, but that's part of commending body.
Yeah. Do you know what? It's what like having a bikini girlfriend when she was going, yeah. When she's like a week out and it's like, wow. Okay, I can literally feel her pelvis. You know what I mean? I could feel like I could literally like, yeah, it's crazy.
It's mad, isn't it?
Jack's like,
I mean, I'm not going to touch that.
Yeah, it's a funny old subject, isn't it?
Like, I think what's crazy, the deeper you get into bodybuilding, the more of a fetish you become. And I've accepted for what I'm trying to go into and where I've gone, I'm just going to be less and less compatible with people and just more of a fetish. And you attract weirder motherfuckers, right? That like, you know, you can tell that these guys or girls or whatever are just fucked. The deeper you go into bodybuilding, they become more fucked. That's something that you've got to accept. I'm like, because I realize that I'm gonna get a lot bigger, and I'm like, wow, that's gonna lessen the pull.
Do you think that it affected the type of women that you are attracted to? Because the type of women that are attracted to you, like the attention that you get changes. So now has it changed your perception as well?
Well, it's crazy because it's like. The pool of people gets smaller, right? Who are going to want to be with a bodybuilder that size and the size that I'm trying to get to, but also it gets even smaller to the people that are compatible with that lifestyle because there's bodybuilding and there's bodybuilding, and I'm fucking I'm living for this shit, right? And that's not compatible with a lot of people's lifestyle. So whereas before, I'd be like, they don't have to compete or be into the gym as such, especially not to how I'm in the gym. I feel like there's got to be that level of where they at least have a good understanding or maybe an enthusiasm for the sport to actually be able to empathize and you know, be able to for it to work if we were going to be in a relationship, like, you know what I mean?
Definitely. Well, I've got this like thing in my head. Maybe I'm completely delusional, but I don't know if a bodybuilder lifestyle is that incompatible with a lot of people, right?
I'm gonna have
It
to disagree on
depends.
that.
It
Yeah,
depends
yeah,
on the
and that,
type of person, right?
Yeah.
so here's my thing. My thing is Monday to Friday. What do most people do? They work, they go home, they chill. They work, they go home, they chill. What do we as bodybuilders do? The fucking same. The only
Yeah.
difference is the weekends where they go
Yeah.
out and have a few drinks or whatever. That's the
God,
only.
Yeah.
Other than that, tell me the difference.
I see. I'm like, God, that's fucking. Well, there's going to be a lot of guys that are going, oh, I'm getting fucking beat up or whatever. Listen, man, I just want to fucking have an early night so I could be optimal and play on my PlayStation.
You know what?
I'm not.
A lot. Sorry, Jack. No, okay.
I'm just saying, right? That's going to be a good time,
With
but it's that lack of flexibility that you're going to have over certain things.
do you know what people always seem to focus on though is like the negative side of things, and they always dwell on the things that stick with them rather than like all the other bits. So, say for example, when I've done so many preps and shows and all that, right? And it's always when you're not present in the end of the fucking show or towards the
Yeah.
end of the prep, or it's always that bit that they always focus on and
Yeah.
constantly
Yeah.
fucking throw back in your face constantly. Not about all the time when you went to the park and had a good day out and all that good shit. You know, we were off season, blah blah blah, or whatever. You
Yeah.
weren't too deep in prep. Nobody ever talks about that shit. You only get thrown at, oh fucking yeah, you're never present, or you can't come out for a meal with us, and you know, and all that shit. And you're there, but you're not there. And I'm like, fucking shut the fuck up. I'm
Prep
sick
is
and
going to
tired
be
of it.
more
Sick
incompatible
and
for sure.
tired of it, man. I was
So
sick and tired of it.
you're so right, Mark. They only focus on like the final 4 to 6 weeks, right? When you're like fucked. But so
Yeah.
so you know when I first made the statement that I don't think it's that incompatible, and you said no, I disagree. What do you disagree on?
I mean, mainly that bit. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but then there's like me. Okay, so I've got to be careful what I say, obviously, but you get into a relationship with someone, and you know you're under the impression that it's one of the things that you find attractive about each other. I think is that you both train, you're both into fitness, you know, into eating good and all that shit, blah blah blah. Then suddenly it all changes when one of you takes it to a bit more extreme than the other.
Yeah.
The other one doesn't want to support you as much. Then
This is what I'm
you
saying,
feel like
there's
you're
a
doing the whole
difference.
thing on your own, right? You feel like you're unsupported, and then you just feel like people don't want to tell you because they don't want to be the nag or whatever, but deep down they fucking hate what you're doing. I've been there. I've been through this.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
you know,
Same.
I think
Oh.
I get that it can be very very difficult. Your partners, I think that I'm firmly of this belief though. Again, maybe I'm delusional, but like most people train, most people work, most
Mhm.
people chill through the week. The only and the biggest difference is the Friday and Saturday night off plans.
Yeah, I think as
Other than
well.
that, I think it's really compatible. I do.
or when they
It
can't be
depends.
asked training for that week, or when they can't be asked, they've had a shit week or a busy
Okay,
week at
okay.
work, and they just can't be asked going to the gym. You're going, then like, and you're not coming, and like, no, I can't be asked, and then maybe that's the cause fucking
The way I see it is
frictions.
Ryan,
like,
you've got a good partner, right? So you're probably basing it on you've got a fucking badass as a chick, and
yeah,
she's probably, you know, what we would deem as the perfect person to be with as a competitive bodybuilder. So that's probably
Yeah.
because it
Have you
works.
Yeah.
always had Jimmy partners though,
I
right?
was just about to say, yeah. So like if I backdate
Yeah.
up like long time, like my last like 5 girls that I've been with, yeah, all of them have just been cool, and not all of them have been bodybuilders.
Mm-hmm.
They're just girls who have appreciated the gym, and
Yeah.
see,
well,
I think
I've never had a problem.
it's like with bodybuilding, again, there's different extremities that you can do it to. And you know, there's people that can hold this resentment just because you have to be committed and certain
Yes,
things you have
mate.
to eat and
Yes.
whatever. That resentment just built, and it's like, bro,
And
I
it's
fucking told you
hostile, isn't
about
it?
this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's fucking hostile.
yeah, I was like, I told you about this. It's not,
Mhm.
I wasn't pretending I was this way. I told you, I'm like, this is the fucking lifestyle that I live. And it's like anyone being married to the job, the job is going to have commitments, right? And if someone's bodybuilding heavily, it is going to be like that. It's going to be like you're married to the job, and it's they don't have to be in the gym or competitor to be supportive or whatever, but it's more likely they are going to be, and it's going to be tricky to, because even if there's a competitor there, it's like, okay, but do you want to do it to this level? And it's okay if not, because it's quite fucking extreme. You know, it's okay. It's okay.
I had a problem with the timing for me. It was like, because this sport will find you out, right, with being incompatible and all that stuff. And for me, it was a matter of which one was there first. And even though I fell in love and, you know, did all that shit, got married and after, it still wasn't fucking enough. Still wasn't enough.
It's crazy to me though, because like, let's say, sorry, Sarah. Let's say you had a partner and you weren't bodybuilding. Okay, let's say you had a hobby. You went, you played golf on the weekends, you played football on the weekdays. You went out drinking beer on Fridays. Like there's always something. So I wouldn't blame bodybuilding. I'll blame that person.
Yeah.
That girl just seems like she's got a problem where you do things without her.
Yeah, might not be wrong.
See what I'm saying?
To be honest. Yeah.
So I don't think that bodybuilding is actually the problem. I think that girl.
You got a good point.
Yeah.
It happens to be the fact that I was into bodybuilding. Yeah, 100%. I get that too. I get that too.
Because there could be like I remember relationships where there's been an insecurity there. It's like, you know, I feel like you would want to be with someone like and it's like, you know, the scene clients. It's like, oh, you working with female clients or blah blah blah. They're not going to understand that at the end of the day, we've just got to be exposed to different physiques and in surrounded by people who really look after their physiques and trying to whatever. But so there's got to be a level of security there.
The deeper you get into this, isn't it mad how we view physiques and how other people do? So I'll look at a girl's physique in a bikini, and there's not one part of my brain that's thinking
not pervy way at all.
Yeah,
it's mad, isn't it? It's mad. I told my partner even in the past. I said, you know, like how much I, as a bodybuilder anyway, I just really appreciate the human physique. Not saying that as a cop out to get out. I really do. Always have been obsessed with the human anatomy, physique, all that shit. Right, I love all of it, and made that pretty clear from the get go. So, like you say, right, you see a check-in photo, just means nothing like that. It's
you
crazy.
see it differently. You really do. It's like you switch on, switch off. Like in this, you're just breaking it down in bodybuilding mind. You're not thinking, someone in a bikini, blah blah blah. It's like no, you just
the general population. Say again.
They're like, right, the proportions. Okay, so if she had a little bit more, just that little upper glute there, delt cap, a little bit more.
Yeah, this is.
But even walking out like in the public, I used to say to my partner in the past, like, I'd look see someone with a really good pair of glutes, and like she'd be like, good glutes. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, really? Do you see that? Yeah, it's fucking great, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it was never like what are you fucking looking at for? It was never one of them. You know what I mean?
But I do it with men as well, though. I'll be like my Instagram, actually, my suggested content is naked men. Just naked men.
This is like,
and I'm like, look at the fucking glutes on that.
Yeah, you're like, wow, this guy's got like the whole.
If people saw your thing, they'd be like,
shots are ridiculous. Here, right? You know, you're like, the back shots are ridiculous. And it's completely hetero thing to say. But like, because you don't sexualize it in your head. No, this is where, especially when I first got into bodybuilding, it's really freaked me out when people are sexualizing or whatever. You said people send you messages and shit like that, and they're saying weird shit. You're like, bro, what the fuck? Can I not just stand there in my thong? And
bro.
I'm not a piece of meat.
I tell you what, though, it's nice because I feel so innocent in my brain when I put my little pants on and I pose. Yeah. There is no part of me thinking, oh, let's tempt the boys. Do you know what I mean?
Thinking, let's give that a bit of a shake first, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Do it for longer, Mark, because you'll be on the next reel. Come on.
Yeah, like I remember my most recent check-in photos. It's like I need to lick, sniff those armpits and the fucking feet and shit like that. And I'm like, that's crazy to say. I would never connect the two where I was like, wow, guys hitting poses or whatever, I need to fucking lick their armpits.
Hey, mate, do you know what? When I'm looking at physiques, I'm totally in like bodybuilder mode, okay? And then the other day I was watching this dude on stage and he's posing and there was fucking 6,000 comments. And I was like, oh, okay. So I clicked on the comments and it was like, oh, he must have been happy. Oh my God, he must have been really happy. Oh my God, haha. Anyway, then I went back to the video and he's got like, he's clearly filled his pants up. Do you know what I mean? So he's got like a fucking thing in his pants. Yeah?
Right.
But the point being is my brain doesn't even register it because I'm just looking at his physique. You know? I don't even
I mean, there has been a few occasions where you have, like, there's that guy, wasn't there? What the fuck was his name? I think a few years ago. That was it. Yeah, and he had, you know, the unmistakable fucking.
That's really unfortunate.
It really was. What was his name again? Yeah, Bo what?
I can't remember, but I just.
You know what I mean, right? With the big fucking.
He had a big penis, and unfortunately,
huge, fucking huge.
It doesn't matter. How good his physique
totally took your eyes off everything,
like,
no matter what.
People just wouldn't talk about his physique, and he had a decent physique, but
it's funny because in the comments, like you know, people exactly what in your head. People are just saying all the bits in the comments, but you can also see people trying not to and like trying to make it about the physique. When I'm like, bro, I have body. You can't make this about the physique. Look at the guy's cock. It's massive.
I might regret saying this, but I really want to see his dick.
Honestly, it's impressive. Fucking hell.
It's unfortunate, man.
It is because
that's a shame.
It spoils the package. I know it sounds like.
I'm gonna have to make a note of his name.
Yeah.
How do you stand with? Because I've seen it where there's females with humongous implants, boobs. I know there's glutes as well now, apparently, but with humongous boobs, and when they walk onto the front of this, it's literally like, and I can't look at the physique. It's the same sort of thing, right? It's like,
okay, interesting.
Yeah, like I've seen like two fucking large men, like,
which is crazy.
Whoa.
And it detracts from the physique.
Yeah, and I'm also thinking you must have bad backache. Like, how do you feel? Are you okay? Is your back okay? Do you need a massage?
Here's a question for you, Sarah.
That's
do you
interesting.
Find it detracts from the physique if it's the other way?
Ooh,
what do you mean the way if they're too big, too small?
Too small.
Right, so I literally had a conversation about this yesterday. So personally, for me, so my first two preps, I went down to AAA. So I'm talking a literal pancake, like I've just eaten, a vegan one. But you know, it was literally nothing, and you get like chicken fillets. So you'd have these like little things, and you'd have a gaping little, and it just, for me personally, it felt like I lost what we were talking about, femininity. I felt it just did not feel right. So for my third prep onwards, I had implants. I personally like how a reasonable sized breast implants fit with particularly the bikini, perhaps wellness as well. That really nice, you know, when you see the bikini, it's a really nice silhouette, and I like that, and personal preference. Now, when we go heavily muscled, even figure and beyond, I mean, I used to have a client, and not being lesbian, because I'm not a lesbian, but it was like, it was a vibe having really small breasts with the figure setup and her slight frame. So I think it's person dependent. It's, you know, back to what you were saying, if we were talking women's bodybuilding and they're sort of stuck, like, how does that, you know what I mean? It's, open can of worms depending on the person.
I wonder if a guy could have a dick too small. It's like,
I can speak from experience. It's okay.
That's frying.
It's fine. I can tell you it's fine.
Is this true for, if you know how to use it, then it surpasses the size?
That's what my mum told me as well. So don't worry, Ryan. You'll be all right. You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
It's the motion in the ocean.
You're a really sweet guy, so you'll be all right. Oh, for fuck's sake.
But how do you feel going into the first time of having sex with someone if you have quite a small penis?
Well, do you know, when you're younger, you don't know, do you? Boys, I don't know about you, right? When you've done nothing with a girl, you don't really know what you're packing.
Well, it depends, man.
If it's extreme. I didn't know.
Like micro penises?
You're looking
Oh, stop
for it.
talking about mine. Leave my little Willie alone.
Unless you've got something extreme going on, you don't really know what you're packing. So I remember being about 11, 12 years old, being like, fuck. Like, I don't know if this is good or not. I ain't got a fucking clue.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The first time I was with a girl, I was a bit like, any good? Any good? I don't know.
Ta-da!
This is what I've got. You're like, ooh, I'm like,
And she
no.
went,
Oh,
no, I'm joking.
I only had one experience, and it was really, really bad. I was like, what are we going to do? Like,
Hold on. We're talking about small dick.
Very small. And I was like, I don't know what to do.
shit.
Name and shame.
Regan.
He still follows me on Facebook. I can't fucking remember his name. He's a really high level rugby player. Like, actually really high level.
You just narrowed this down. We could find it.
Honestly, that'd be easy.
Search, but only because I don't go on Facebook, and I got it up the other day because it links to your Instagram sometimes, and I was like, oh, there's a picture. PTSD. It was just a really wild, like it was extraordinarily small, and I was like, I don't know what to do.
But was he aware of this as well? Like he knew he had a
I think he probably did. He was like the proper classic, like very good looking rugby boy. Like it was that, like, you know, in a suit at a rugby, after rugby. I used to work in a pub, and it was after that, and I was like, I can't do this. I literally don't know what to do.
So what did you do?
Good question.
Did you just work with what you had?
I tried.
Did you bail?
It's like, I don't feel anything. What is happening?
Like physically or like
physically?
Oh.
Jack's lost the plot.
God. So was it like
make bodybuilding great again, mate?
What was you? Yeah, God. Fuck. This is just gone to shit. Would you say it's bigger than a micro?
Reviews in a minute. We've got to do some reviews.
Bigger than a clit dick.
But before the reviews, I need to know.
Penis reviews.
Yeah. Was it bigger than a clit dick?
Like it was like what you would call stumpy. Like
what's the word? It's called
quite thick, but
yeah. What's the word for that?
Chode.
Yeah,
it's like your finger, right? But why?
I mean, that's still sizable.
It wasn't as big as a finger.
Still a sausage, isn't it?
You're a bit fucked as a man. Like women can get like breast enlargements and they can have things and bits and bobs done. But if you got a small dick, you're fucked.
There is procedures now, though, isn't there? You've seen
them. Can you get it? Can you get it?
They keep popping up on my feed, and I was talking to this about so long ago. And they were like, "Why is that on your feed?" I'm like, "I don't know," but I pressed it once, and then I kept pressing, and it just keeps coming. So there's this guy. Man. I'm not going to deny about it. It's a guy, and I think it comes up as like Dr. Q or something, right? So I explored it, and he's like, "We can now improve the girth, and we can improve the length too." And it's basically like just putting Botox in your dick.
You send us a link. I've got a friend that is going to be.
Yeah. Might be able to actually.
Yeah, a friend of mine. Yeah.
Where do you stand with micro P's for a girl? If we've got assisted girls,
well, it depends. It depends how big.
Yeah,
that can also be a beneficial thing because I mean, it can work for us men that because
100%
it makes us less.
It's like I'm right here.
Yeah.
Well, historically,
like stranded on an island.
Hey, listen. Historically, men have struggled to find the clit, but with an enlarged one, it's fucking like
it's like hey.
And honestly, it's less work as well. Fucking hell, it's like
it's right there.
You just got to do a bit of rubbing and you're laughing.
Yeah, it's a good time for everyone involved. Really.
Jobs are good, and
but if same thing, man. If it's bigger than me, then I'm going to struggle.
Yeah, no, like jokes aside. If you got with a girl and she had a clit dick, what's going on? What are you doing?
Yeah, but
is that a deal breaker?
I feel that's the size thing, isn't it?
I mean, it depends. I reckon.
I think I can answer this
From
pretty
experience, it's a
straightforward,
good
to be
time.
honest, yeah, I think
But
I can.
it depends. If it's like fucking really extreme, it's gonna be like interesting.
Yeah,
Go on, Mark, say it then.
there's levels. I mean, I could pretty much answer that one straight up. I don't think it's a bad thing at all. It's, if anything, it's going to go in your favor, isn't it?
And heighten
Yeah,
things.
a lot of the time.
I gotta be honest with you, I fully disagree with that. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
But how
I think
bad was it?
maybe. Yeah, I was going to say maybe that's a pretty bad example you've had.
No, I've never actually had one. I've never had one. I'm saying if
I'm not saying I have either, by the way.
if it happened to me, I don't think, as one of the main things that I find attractive is femininity, and to me that is veering away from that.
Yeah,
I
but
feel
if
like
this,
it's like, I think what you'd maybe like fictitiously think it looks like, an enlarged clit, like it's not. Again, I don't know the
if
level.
it's slightly enlarged, it's
Yeah,
I mean, I've seen. Yeah,
it's a good
I know
time.
they can exist on real feminine women as well, right? Like
Yeah.
just because they've done whatever they've done,
That's true.
and they're now kind of reverted back to normal. But you know, it's
Yeah, I get
I mean,
that. I get it. But if I was to design my perfect woman, she wouldn't have an enlarged clit.
yeah, but it heightens things, bro. Like,
right, that is. I mean, I just tried to point on this a minute ago. Like it's a win-win for everyone, man. So
It does, yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Maybe I won't be
right?
closed-minded.
Bro, from experience, it's a little bit sound.
a little bit sound.
It's a little bit.
A little bit.
Way to put
A little
it.
bit
A little
sound.
bit sound.
A little bit sound. Too much? I don't know. I don't know what that's like.
if it's accompanied by a beard growing, is that
If there's a beard,
Hey.
Did you cradle the balls as well?
they honestly, because they were on cycle, there wasn't really much.
Oh,
You know?
fuck.
It was just all penis nipples, which is we were very compatible in that sense.
Imagine if she put a condom on.
Very similar. Can you imagine?
Just
Dumb.
pinched the top and just pulled it down. Oh,
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Fucking
I'm out.
This has gone to shit, man.
Mate, this is the sex episode. What the fuck?
This is the sex episode.
Is there anything else we need to purge? Is there anything we need to get off the chest?
I don't think we needed to purge that.
It's that fucking eclipse, isn't it? It's that eclipse, isn't it?
Have we got any gay tendencies? Is there anything we need to confess?
For me, no. But you know, maybe this could just be a cover-up. And actually, if you were to see my algorithm, you'd see otherwise.
Ryan's got to that point
questions
where he's
I've
like, I feel
had.
like I've been like confessing my sins to some sort of vicar or something.
Yeah. We're gonna have to not air this.
Hey, Jack, sex sells, bro.
I bet you this will be the
It
highest viewed one.
Probably, yeah. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I've had a lot of anonymous cues when I've put Q&As up, where they're like, I'm not gay, but I started trend, and I got into fat boys, or like I started shagging guys, and I'm like, bro, that's gay.
That's gay.
I kept getting that message off that certain individual. I think he watches these, by the way, because instantly when you posted the one before last week's, I had the messages, and then I know you're watching, mate, and I know that you're commenting on my pictures now because I'm not answering your DMs. But calm down, brother. Calm down. Honestly, it's not that fucking serious, man.
Is he horny as fuck? Yeah.
He's the one with the trunks. You know, remember?
Oh, okay. Yes.
So he's back.
Oh, yes.
I don't know how these gay dudes are horny all the time. Like the guys in my inbox that were
guys
like
are just
waxing.
ass, bro.
It's insane how horny they're. Like 4 a.m. I'll wake up at like 7, and at 4 a.m. he sent me like 10 messages. I'm like,
yeah,
calm yourself.
You know
mate.
what? I literally had to tell one dude a few years back, and he was quite local to me. I had to tell him to like fucking back down because he was getting too much, and I wouldn't let a woman speak to me like that. So why should I let him speak to me like that? And he was like, he goes, you know what? Actually, I'm really sorry. He goes, I realised that I did go too far there, and I'm just apologising. And it shut him in his tracks because he fucking got ahead of himself. And I'd be nice to him because I knew he was quite local, and I'd been really polite, and I would just entertain him and laugh, haha, very funny, lol.
Yeah.
And then he started saying, I bet you like that, you little bitch. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, let's stop right there. Let's stop right there, and let's rewind that for a second.
Rewind.
And then I had to put him in his fucking place. And you know what? It was, it's like a thing, and it's like a reversal thing. What would happen if we did it to a woman or same thing? It's the same. I'm not being a bitch about it, but.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Shall we just go? Yeah, go on, mate. Go on. I'm done.
I was gonna say, shall we talk about like bodybuilding shows?
Yes.
Maybe we could do that.
That would be inappropriate.
Let's go.
Goes with it now, isn't it?
Okay.
So
is anyone?
This is bodybuilding related, but we're going to do a bit of a transition here. I'm good at this because sometimes I'm recording a pod with a guest and I'm like, we have gone so far off topic, I don't know what to do. So I have these good transitions. So in regards to bodybuilding, from a standpoint of if you are in a relationship, how important could it be that you see your partner caring for themselves by, bodybuilding, going to the gym, eating right, etc.? Do you feel that that's positive for if you have a very driven, for you guys, if you have a very driven female that's working on her aesthetic, is that like a
think so. I think I would like to say, I would like to believe that I would think this way regardless of me bodybuilding, but I think it is important that your partner looks after themselves, as in just, looks after themselves. It's not like they have to be super vain or they have to be a bodybuilder, just actually looks after themselves, as in the lifestyle, the habits. Because if someone's got a lot of really bad, shitty habits, and they neglect themselves, and you're with that person, you've invited that into your life.
Yeah,
and you
I
are going to be
1,000,000% agree with that.
You're going to be a product of your environment, and that's not great. Like, I want to be around people who are going to help inspire me to be better. So it's not necessarily about appearance. It's more so about
environment.
Yeah. And who they are and the habits that they have.
You still think would be the positive though? Like if it was.
What do you mean? What?
You have a female, like maybe if, for the example, if it's the level that I do it, or female competitors that because I think that sometimes, again, like you guys were saying at the tail end of a prep, it absolutely happens for females as well with a male, but there can almost, and I wonder if this is similar to what we were talking about earlier with, like sometimes the drive that female competitors can find that do it to a certain level, that can be almost offensive sometimes from like the jealousy competitive side. But I would only view it really as a positive, a female that was super, into what they were doing. I once got told this actually.
It depends on the mindset around
it.
I spoke to someone about this earlier, a lady who used to compete or still competes, but hasn't for a while. And she said that I'm not going to mention any names because it's literally a really fresh conversation that we had, because we were just discussing about how things were in our own situations right now. And, the guy that she was with, everything was fine. He's okay for him to train and live the bodybuilding lifestyle and everything. But till it comes to the competing side, then it's not okay. And it throws shade in it for what she does. And I kind of get that. The competing side of things was what made the big kind of dramas that have happened in my life, not the actual bodybuilding. It was the competing side of things.
That's what
I think it's the mindset as well, because if you're with a competitor, you're both competing, and they're in it through a lot more insecure reasons. It could be very different.
Can I say, right? I've always looked at people maybe in like YouTube videos or social media stories or whatever, and I've always watched couples who do it together, and I've always been envious of them. Tell you who, I know I'm not ashamed to talk about some of my good friends, Troy and Frankie. You know Troy and Frankie? And they're like they do everything together. I mean, they coach. I mean, Troy coaches Frankie and stuff. I know she turned pro and all that. I just love the dynamic they've got. They do everything
That's
together.
great.
I just love it. It's amazing. It really fills me up with happiness when I see what they do. And it kind of makes me a little bit envious of it. You know what I mean? And I've always wondered what it'd be like to live a life like that. I never ever had that ever in the whole fucking God knows how long I've been doing this shit.
I think that would be ideal.
If anything, about the opposite.
Yeah, I feel
It
like
would
that
be
would
cool,
be
I
an
think.
ideal scenario. But I
Yeah,
suppose it's like it's one of them. But I
Yeah, and
think again, you've got
it
you've
is
got to
one of
be
them, innit?
compatible for why you're in it. Because if someone's like, I really want validation, and that's what drives me, and you're both competing, then that's going to be a different dynamic to the relationship or whatever. They're going to receive criticism differently. They're going to respond differently, or they're going to be the just not healthy with it. Basically, they're going to have an unhealthy mindset around competing. So you can be both competitors and still be incompatible as well when they're doing that.
Yeah.
You got to
So
help each
Yeah.
other.
I've been fortunate enough to have what you've just described, Mark, and I've got it now.
Yeah.
And I don't care whether she competes or not. That's not a big deal breaker. If she said to me tomorrow she wants to stop, fine. Like that's not something that's adding to my level of attractiveness to her.
Yeah.
Like
I keep joking I'd be catfished.
yeah.
Because, when I met my partner, she was into training and stuff, and then it changed, but things don't make a difference now because we're together. So it was different. But yeah, I wonder how that is for you. And I wonder what it would be like for you if you did get the taste of the complete opposite,
Yeah.
where you would have a girl who would just be not into it.
Yeah, it'd be very, very tough. It's funny, just to go back on what you said about the competing side of things. The competing literally makes no odds to me. I don't think that it changes my life one bit, because I do all of the shit, and then I just either compete or don't compete. It doesn't alter my life. So I don't know why people are so against competing or not.
I feel like it's something underlying in the person, isn't it? Like in my mind, it would be like you need to respect the type of person and what they, essentially become or whatever in the last weeks of prep. So maybe 4 to 6 weeks out. But I bang on about this constantly on the podcast. Communicate with the fucking person if you can. And if they are still being an arsehole, if this is on them, because I don't see that it would be a problem if you're with the person that supports you to say, right now, I've got to do the thing. My energy is limited.
Well, yeah, I agree. Said I've removed myself from the situation. I've gone and lived in a fucking caravan. I've gone stayed at my mum's house and stuff like that. I've done all that stuff in the past. You know what I mean? Anything I can to try and salvage whatever was fucking left.
Yeah.
But did all that.
That's so crazy to me. What are you doing so different in the last 4 weeks, other than be a bit more tired?
I think answer it, mate. It's not me. It's
I don't know what's so different, because yes, you're just more tired. Like to me, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but to me the only difference is I'm dragging myself around. But the day's harder.
Kids evolve sometimes makes a difference as well.
Okay.
Okay.
No, not being that playing that part where because you got to remember what you're always going to get is, well, yeah, I've got to do this job. I've still got to look after the kids, take them to school.
Yeah. I had this example.
So it's like, okay, I get it. It's my choice. I'm sorry about that. But fuck me, give me a break. It's only going to be a few more weeks. Let me get the thing done, and then everything will be cool. And I promise everything will be. But then it's like that's stuck in the head, that negative shit that's just happened. It doesn't kind of wash away that easy when the show's done and all that.
If they love you, and they should just go, okay, I know that you love it, you're passionate about it, surely that's fine.
Yeah.
Wish it was that simple. I'm sorry, that sounds shit.
Yeah. There is examples of both that I hear, and it's more common than we probably led to believe, that a lot of people, for whatever reason, whether it's the competitor or the partner, divorces happen. I got divorced 4 weeks out. Oh, I made the decision. But like these types of things happen where people split up, get divorced. Like
that's a classic prep thing to do.
I don't want to put like
big life choice.
I don't want to throw any shade on anyone, but when I had my pro card and stuff and I came home, right, I didn't get had a massive celebration. I was like, oh, good, nice, welcome home.
Yeah.
Next.
That's weird. That's so weird.
Yeah,
So
that fucked
mad.
me up. That fucked me up. I don't want to obviously, cast a shade on it or anything, but it was a.
That will, man. That will. But yeah, it's not ideal. But this is where it's lessons.
You also got to remember about what they are going through as well. You know what I mean? And if they are obviously they've got their shit going on as well, and they have got the kids, they have got to look after the house. They've still got to do all that stuff. They've still got to do the job. It is a fucking selfish sport.
But I imagine if she was doing a thing that she was passionate about, and you had to look after the kids, she would be like, "Go for it."
Yeah, exactly right. Anyway, I think this is a discussion I've had many times with myself, as you can probably tell, and it's hard to get anyone to understand it, if that makes sense, from that perspective.
I mean, yeah.
Let me. Can I play? I posted a reel but I want to just play this because it's what we're talking about. Fun. Maybe I like premeditated this episode. Okay, listen to. So this is Hella Trevino, Olympian, IFBB Pro, fucking badass. Okay, here we go.
Dreams are important. That's what we are made of. We are made of dreams and desires and wants for ourselves. And if you have somebody who's going to suppress that and say that's not important, it's out.
Yeah, I'm so ruthless with that.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck who you are in my life. If you're trying to fuck my shit up, and I am making a conscious effort to not let it bleed on other people, like it only affects me. And you wanted to fuck that up, get the fuck out of Dodge, because I will run you over. Like, I'm going to do this regardless. And if you're going to be in the way, I'll just go through you. I don't give a fuck. So, and will make that clear to anyone in my life. I'm like, this is the shit that I've got to do. So if you go, yeah, okay, cool. And I've not sugarcoated it, and then you got a fucking issue, that's a you problem. And again, this isn't me saying you put up with whatever the fuck I do. Yeah. This is me making a conscious effort to the best to not let it affect you or whatever it is. But you've got to be, if you try to go, you've got to be on the same team. I'd rather not have people around me than someone against me. I'd rather if there was an option of, right, I'm going to be having a bunch of people around me or do it completely on my own, I've chosen that option before, right? And I don't care who you are in my life because there's no need for it, because I know that would be the case the other way around.
Well, I think the person is basically, they've made the job very easy for you. If somebody is not being affected by what you're doing and then they tell you that you can't do it, they've told you what kind of person they are.
Yeah.
How is that someone good in your life?
That's also sometimes when they don't tell you what you can't do, they just make it very fucking clear that they're not happy with it. But they say to you, they always say to you though, I'll support you no matter what you do. I'll always support you no matter what you do.
Crazy.
But that's that fucking anyway.
I think as well, a lot of these things, because I've obviously mentioned today about being married. I was in an 11-year relationship that was terrible from the word go. And I once someone said to me, the door was always there. Why didn't you walk out? And I was like, I don't know. I don't fucking know. I got married, fucker, and I shouldn't have got married. I don't know. But for me, bodybuilding, I could funnel that shit.
It's a reality. Although it's a shit reality, it's the only reality that you know. And the reality of actually not being with them is an uncertainty.
That's it.
The uncertainty is like,
nailed it.
You want to be within it's easier to just go, right, cool, I'll just do this because it's comfortable. It's not comfortable, but it's more comfortable than this complete uncertainty of changing your life drastically.
Couldn't have said it better.
And that's how people stay within shitty circumstances in their life, regardless of it being relationships, jobs, whatever the fuck it is.
Also, they have people who have got like abandonment issues and traumatic pasts and stuff like that. You've got to bear all that in mind as well. You know what I mean? It's just shit.
Yeah. With leaving someone, you can feel guilt because this is where I say behind closed doors, because these types of things that happen in the mind games, etc. Like on the face of it, everyone thinks you're this like perfect couple. It's behind closed doors, and you're almost pulled into being with someone because you're scared they're gonna do something.
Bro, there's nothing worse. I'll say this now. There's nothing worse than staying because of that, right? And they fuck off anyway,
Yeah. I haven't
right?
experienced that, but I'm just saying from what
That's
happened.
like
I don't
you
know
put up
why.
with that shit and blah blah blah, and then that shit will teach you. Go, you should have chose yourself, right? Because
Yeah.
when it came down to it, they did.
But you have to
Yeah.
choose. You have to learn. When I decided to leave, I was like, I had this fucking epiphany, and I was like, oh, I'm done. I'm going. See you later. And it was just, and I'd almost said like, this is gonna
Suppose
come
when you know though, right? It's the opposite with everything.
in it. Like you're like, shit. What have I done? I need to get out. And
Wow. Was
like,
it that much of an obvious thing then, right?
yeah, like, and the thing is, it was emotionally abusive to say the least, and it wasn't good. Like, again, on the face of it, to everything, I was in this perfect marriage. Nobody knew because I wasn't prepared to do anything about it. So I'm not going to
Yeah.
make everyone, I'm not going to tell everyone he's this, he's that, unless I'm leaving. One day it was like I had some mad epiphany, and I was like, I've told you, if you don't change, if we can't work this out, I cannot do this anymore. I cannot put myself last anymore. You know, I had really bad stuff go on within that, and it shrunk me to this person. Somehow I found my balls, and I was like, I'm going. And it was just gone. That was house, marriage, 2 dogs, a whole life. Like, it was the picture perfect life, and I just couldn't do it anymore. You know, I decided to
Crazy.
stop giving up on myself.
Thanks
And
for
Yeah.
sharing that, Sarah. Thanks for sharing that with us. Appreciate that.
it's, and the biggest thing I say to people is, because I've spoken about this on my podcast, and people say, I had one lady that said, I left my husband because I heard your story, and it gave me the courage to go, this is not
Fuck
okay.
yeah.
You have to learn to love yourself more than, like, almost unconditional, where you're like, I'm fucking worthy, okay? I am worthy, and I'm gonna do this. And my saying is, I would rather live in a teepee on my
Hmm.
own, fucking nothing, and be happy. Like, I cannot do that anymore. And
Yeah.
it's powerful stuff, but it's internal work, because you get taken down to nobody. You are nobody.
It becomes much easier when you're at peace with yourself, right? Because you're not looking for that in other people. But let's review shows, right? I'm just gonna say, Sarah, that was an awful transition. Great conversation, awful transition.
I'm
Right,
okay with it. I'm okay
you're
with it.
not in charge
Forgot
of
about the
transitions.
transition. I completely
Yeah,
forgot about the
you're
transition
not
bit.
in charge of transitions, right? Anymore, because that
So when
fucking
when you
proves
got
off.
divorced, did you start watching shows? How did that work?
Yeah, God.
Wow.
So
Look,
you
I'm
can't
actually
believe
okay
that.
with this. I'm okay. We're
It was a
okay.
great conversation. Just didn't bring us any closer at all to reviewing shows in the slightest.
I actually have to
Um,
go soon as well, but I'll take part in as much as I can.
you were
I have to go soon because I have a client call, but I'll be here
honestly
for the first bit.
terrible, terrible, Sarah, terrible
I
behavior.
just realised it's fucking 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Yeah, yep, yep. Okay, so the Atlanta Pro. Let's start with that. We had Patrick Moore winning, and I think
Yes.
what is fucking awesome about this, right, is this was his ninth show. This
Yes.
guy had no sponsors,
Yep.
no coach, and he did 9 shows to qualify for the Olympia, beating Regan Grimes.
But he's the most unique physique on there as well, though, right?
A
He's
hundred
like
percent.
just a
And
standout. Even all the shows he's done previously was just a standout physique. Not to everyone's taste, don't get me wrong, but
no,
I've always said about this, and I'm just Ryan always calls me the shape guy, and that to me is a
yeah.
shape guy. He's not
Well,
the
this
biggest guy there, but
crazy. This is what's crazy, right? He has not been to the Olympia since 2019, and I
yeah,
remember watching that Olympia
yeah,
when he came out. He got
same,
10th, and I was like, "Wow!" He stood
yeah,
out to me, and he's been through a bunch of shit.
yeah.
He snapped his Achilles, and he's had a bunch of time off, and he's finally, like this year, he just dug the fuck in and actually got it. Crazy,
I love
crazy,
it.
crazy.
A
I love it.
massive attribute to his story as well is because I spoke about this with Dorian, who came on the pod, the Masters Olympian, and what's amazing is to bit like James did, your physique to get better and to be able to do that many shows in a season.
I know,
like
fucking mad. Mad.
That many shows and still look
Coaching
like
himself and funding it as well, because that guy was working very fucking hard like that. He wasn't earning money from bodybuilding at all, right? Because he wasn't winning shows and he wasn't sponsored. So that's what's crazy about this. And I think
that's the underdog story right there, though, isn't it?
100%. And more people need to be talking about that, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, Regan looked great, and I think there was potentially a little bit of a discussion. It was like, well, they were neck and neck, they were quite close. They went for Patrick, who had more shape. Regan had more size, and they chose the shape over the size. But they also chose the posing as well. Didn't
he win his posing award for the last show he did? Was it the
so that was the one he won.
Oh, right.
The one he won the posing and the thingy. So
I think he did a week or 2 weeks before as well. I think another show, right? I think he won a posing award then as well. If I remember.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but so it's pretty crazy. So a lot of people are like, are they favouring shape too much? I don't know. But also in that show, you had, and I was interested to hear your guys' thoughts. You had John Jewett,
Mr. John Jewett,
in the same show as his client, Ken, his new client, Ken. Would you ever compete against your client?
Oh, like quite a lot of people do,
I've done it myself, but not in the same category. But we both.
I was going to say in the same show. Yeah, the same show.
Yeah, I've done the same show as clients. Yeah.
Would you not, Jack?
I don't know. I think I would. I
don't.
I mean, Sats did it with Luca, didn't he?
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
He did a few weeks back.
I don't know, because a part of me wants to just focus on competing on the day.
Okay, so the peaking them and stuff.
So yeah, I get that side of things, because I've been in that role as well, and I feel like I didn't get the full on attention I should have, because of that. But I get that as well. I got to say,
because I want to give my client full attention when they're competing, but when I'm competing, I want to be giving myself full attention. So it's going to be hard. Ken, who's his client, mad. He's got so much potential. He's that bubbly guy with a lot of shape here. That guy, I think.
I love Lewis Breed. Oh,
Lewis, yeah.
Dude,
Lewis is great. Yeah. Just a ball of muscle, man. He is literally a brick of muscle.
That's a crazy physique there. Look at that.
Yeah, I love it. Just to continue, can.
It looks amazing. That's my kind of physique right there, bubbly.
That's it, man. That's probably, if he just carries on getting leaner and leaner.
Fucking hell.
He's only done a few shows as well. He's literally only done a few shows.
Yeah, so I can appreciate people like Lewis, but to me, it's not that aesthetic. I much prefer that type of physique. That Ken guy.
So you like the aesthetic twist on the size, don't you? So
for sure. Right? For me, I can appreciate he's a freak. I mean, look at that. That's ridiculous. But I can't look at that and love it the same way as I do Ken.
Yeah,
I think Lewis is great, but I think Ken has more of a ceiling with his physique to keep pushing further.
Yeah.
When he's got his hands on his hips there, that just when he's just relaxing, he's cleaning as he looks good.
Candid shot.
It reminds me of Flex Wheeler.
Flex Wheeler, so I was going to think exactly the same thing.
Flex Wheeler used to do that same pose, didn't he? Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Want a trophy physique? When they've got the really good trophies of a physique.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have to respect Lewis for hanging with guys like that.
Yes,
100%. So what can Lewis do to place higher?
So Lewis knows this, and what he said to me when I've spoken to him about this is that he will either get he because his physique is so different and so unique, hence the brick. He'll either potentially get the first place or the fifth place. but he normally
Yeah.
gets the top 5 or the top 10 because
Mm.
when they judge his physique, it's a phenomenal physique regards to muscle.
For sure.
He
Yeah.
brings condition, he brings everything, but it's a different physique. So if they were to award that first, and people do find this, that would be the poster child. So they won't necessarily, and this is why he struggles to get to the Olympia from what he told me.
Yeah,
is-
because he's peeled and he's dense.
But
So
they're
does he
placing-
need to get bigger?
The thing is, they'll still place him in the top because they're acknowledging in how much of a good competitor he
For
is.
sure. So how does he get a win? Does he need to be bigger? Does he need to?
No, here's the reality. Here's the reality. He only gets a win when there's guys without when he's next to genetic guys, he's never going to get it, is he?
And
Guys with the genetics, he's not going to beat them.
Because his peaks are perfect. He does extra mobility for the pose. He does.
He looks awesome.
The fucking letter.
So is he capped out then? Do you reckon?
It's dependent from what he said, and if anyone wants to listen to the episode, it's on the Beyond Condition podcast, by the way, and it's called The Brick. But from what he said, it's got to be, as you said, Ryan, who turns up on the day. If he's the best,
Well, because with Patrick's been the same though, hasn't he? Every show he's done, he's come into top 4.
But Patrick's improved, right?
I know,
and
to
improve with his conditioning. And it's like the question is, what can Lewis do?
So Lewis hasn't got many places to go anymore, has he?
He's got to do a show that makes him, if he can get that show, because he got sick from the mosquito bite, and that's why he came on my podcast to tell the story.
Yeah.
He was actually lined up to do the show that weekend. That was going to be a lineup where he could have taken first and got the Olympia. So that was really tough.
Yeah. In a nutshell, he needs a weaker lineup, and that sounds so horrible to say.
It's not taken away from him though. And
mate, he's amazing. Yeah. And as far as his physique can be, he's taken it as far as it can.
Can we give a little mention to Marnie there as well, by the way, who was in that show? She's had a bit of a bounce back, hasn't she? Fair play to her from that first show that she had.
Yeah, she had a bad result before, didn't she? And then
I think it was like 40th place. Went in the first show, she came back into that fit model, and I think she's had two fourth places now. So is that so?
Yeah, that's amazing.
I've gone too far up to.
Is she from up your way, Mark?
No, I think she's from up your way, isn't she? Okay. Marnie. She's from Northern anyway. Well, where are you from, Sarah? Whereabouts?
I'm living in Stoke-on-Trent, but I'm from down south.
Yeah, she's a pioneer.
Stoke's great. It's not. What do we think of the Austria Pro?
I personally didn't know if Regan was definitely going to win it based on what I could see.
Yeah,
I actually prefer. I don't want to pronounce his name wrong. Juan. Is it Juan? I don't know. I prefer him, especially from the front.
I think it's Yohan, isn't it?
Yeah, is it Yohan? Okay.
Yohan, I think.
Go now. I need to go now. I've got 5 minutes. But carry on. I will speak to you soon.
Great to see you, Sarah.
Good to see you all.
See you later, Dolphin.
Dolphin woman.
Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See ya.
So Yohan, to pronounce it right, I prefer him from the front.
Yeah, crazy. Look at that. They're all big guys. They're all so fucking big. He's big. He's peeled.
He's a freaker, man. Honestly.
So what did the back is crazy for Regan though? So do you reckon that's how Regan got it?
I think so. Yeah. Based on the back, I can understand it, but based on the front, Yohan, sorry. And do you know what do you guys think of that guy? Saying Fitness Freak, the huge guy, the like 300+ pound guy. He came second, didn't he?
Fucking big. Like surprisingly, John was the smallest, which obviously is fucking stupidly big. This guy.
Yeah, that's crazy. So you get an idea. So he's next to Seabum in the photo next to it. Oh, next to Andrew. Fucking hell, there you go.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Next to Andrew. So Andrew's 6'1".
Got a very Dallas Macabre-esque physique, hasn't he?
Wow.
Yeah. I was very curious to see how those two guys were gonna do. Because obviously they're massive, and Regan's usually got the size advantage because of how big his frame is. And because those two are in it, Yeah, it's mad. Really cool. I think maybe just a touch more quads, but he's fucking, I'm nitpicking at this point. Mad. The conditioning's pretty decent. Crazy, crazy.
I think when you get to this type, sorry, go on, sorry.
I think Juan.
But I've seen Juan in real life as well. Have you seen him in real life? He is a fucking unit. Like,
I think he just has
dense.
They're close together for sure. I think Yohan just edges him out. But it's one of those which I wish I was there in person, because that wasn't a clear show. That looked like it was a very, very close show, man.
So I think when you get to this type of level, it just comes down to genetic, like your shape, right? So, like that guy, Damien guy, the saying that, he's doing nothing wrong. He's doing nothing wrong. He's just edged out by shape.
Yeah, well, detail the quads. His quads are one's quads are a little bit better. I do think like he's just got a bit better shape, bit better quads, and probably a bit better conditioning. And
but Damien came above one, didn't he? Damien came second.
Did it?
Yeah, Damien came second above Yohan. But I can't mind his fucking name. Damien came second, bro.
You sure? Are you?
Damien only lost because of presentation. So he was second.
Yeah.
Hold on.
They got the list. If you go up, mate.
Okay. Where was the list?
So up. There in the middle. There is it not? So if you go click on that and then go across.
Classic, men's physique, bikini, fit model, figure. No.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Scorecards. Scorecards. There it is.
Scorecards up top. Up top.
Here. Oh. Here.
No, just go back. There you go, mate. Yeah. Cross. There we go. Damien second.
Fuck. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, man. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Hey, what do you think of Michael Daboul's reaction?
Do you know what he said?
Not his first time, though, is it?
Yeah, he's a bit controversial. What did he actually say? Do you guys know? Because I think
I couldn't make it out. Did you hear it
out? So apparently there was some controversy because he did something during one of the posing rounds, and he believes he's being penalised for that.
Really?
So he got distracted by someone in the crowd or something like that, which made him not pose correctly, and then he believes that they are marking him down for that. That's what I read.
Okay.
I think so. They've taken down the post, and I don't know where I can find it, but Michael kicked off because he was placed third, and he was kicking off as he was being placed. He was crashing out. And he wouldn't pose for the photos. And he was just crashing out at the judges.
And sportsmanship, that isn't it?
Well, for sure. And he's apologised now, which I think that does go a long way. I think that should be recognised. But at the moment, he has ruined that moment for the winners and for the people there. Because it's just going to take away he's going to put a bit of a shitter on that moment for those guys. And it's like I've never understood people doing that, because no one ever comes off well doing that.
No, it's not a form of self-control either. It's like and just keep it for that bit.
And no judge has ever gone, yeah, man, fair enough.
Yeah, I agree with you. Sorry, mate, let's redo it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's pure emotion. I don't think it's like I think he's a nice guy. I just think he's a little bit emotional. And when I say that, I mean it not just on this show, but there's been controversy around him numerous times. And I think he speaks without thinking too much. So as I say, too much emotion.
Yep.
He's in the spotlight though, isn't he, as well? I mean, it's not like it's hard to fucking remind yourself of that everyone's going to see what reaction is.
Everyone's going to be in a similar place where they've got a bunch of emotion. And it's like he has a decent... Well, he's been through a lot. That was his only chance to qualify. This is how we broke it down. And I like Michael. I like his physique. I think he's great. He's he just speaks about how he's um yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes he's been fucked over kind of thing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, yeah. So he said basically he's had time to calm down and he wants to congratulate and he's let the emotions take over. It was his last chance to qualify for the Olympia, one of the hardest years of his life, fight his way back from 6 months away from the gym. And he's said that doesn't excuse his reactions, but maybe explains why the emotions hit hard. Fair enough. Fair enough. And I think taking accountability should be recognized for sure. But
Yeah.
you've also, how have you gotten this far? To then stumble like that. You know, we're all human, we all make mistakes, but like that's hopefully people sort of forgive him because that could be a little bit fucked. That could be, you know, give him a little bit of a bad reputation.
I think
Because
there's a little bit of one that surrounds him already. Because do you remember there was this stuff with Two Bros when he was in England? He was like doing the stories. He had
Oh, when
troubles
he
with the
kicked off
bouncers.
and that, yeah.
I just think that unfortunately, and there's been a few other things he said as well.
Just enter Yemi.
Yeah, yes, yeah. It's entertaining though, wasn't it? But yeah,
brilliant.
I don't know. We're all in the heat of the moment. You know, I can't say I've ever. You know, there's been times where I've done stuff that I've not been proud of as well. You know, just as you say, Jack, someone's apology means something, and if we're gonna keep, if someone says sorry, are we just gonna keep going about it? Or are we gonna let it go?
No, yeah, I get for sure. I just don't know how because obviously I've done shows, right? I've had a tough year. I've gone to compete and I didn't get the result I wanted. And there's been shows that I haven't quite agreed with the result. I've never felt compelled to do that. And I feel like if anyone's ever competing and thinks
It's
that's a good
a
idea,
cringy moment. I think anyone does that, no matter who you are, no matter what level you're at, or fucking how many trophies you won. It's just a cringy fucking moment to do that. I'm sorry, he might have his reasons, but personally, it's just cringy as fuck to do that.
Everyone's got troubles, haven't they?
Yeah, man, 100%.
Everyone's got
But
troubles.
you know,
like I should imagine there's plenty of people who also didn't get the result that have gone through a load of shit. Bereavement, fucking injuries, fucking whatever. Yeah.
But
100%.
when you're known for doing it and it's like a bit of a thing, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah. It does not look good. No class. No class.
Yeah.
But as I say, I think that someone's saying sorry, like, like once someone's done the time, when you do the punishment, sorry, do the crime,
do the time,
move on.
I think apologizing it's a good first step, but I think you shouldn't let it get to that point. People make mistakes.
It's a bit of self-control, man. That's all it is.
But yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. Like, hopefully, it's like that doesn't happen again. But I think if anyone's ever considering doing that, like, listen, if you don't get the placing that you think you should have, literally no one gives a fuck. Just smile and wave, get off stage, bitch about it at home.
Yeah,
like that's the best thing you could do. Because if you shout,
like you said,
that's not fair.
It's taking a spotlight away from Florian there as well. And he's a lovely guy. I met him in Ireland 2 years ago. He's a great athlete as well. So
I just think as well though, it's not very often where it's like actually a wrong decision. I mean, sometimes it is, but it's very rarely is it wrong. You might have an opinion, but when you take a moment, step back, and then have another look.
Yeah.
Usually you can see why. You can see why someone's wrong.
Yeah.
You could probably count on one hand the amount of times where like a truly, truly, truly bad decision's happened.
Yeah, and it sticks, right?
Yeah, not many like that. Not many. So no.
Yeah, interesting. But yeah, I think to sort of summarize things, Regan's won the last he's qualified for, that was the last show, right? And the last show to qualify for the Olympia.
Yeah.
So Regan was the last in the Open. Obviously, that's obviously Michael's deal, is that was the last opportunity. I think fucking go for it next year. It's one of them, right? There's always shit. There's always you just got to keep trying.
Did Courage qualify for the 2-on-2?
Courage won the Atlanta, I think.
What did he? Right, okay.
Phenomenal. Which we sort of run out of time to recap that. But I think next big show.
It was a show. Which show we did?
Next big show is the Olympia, and I think at some point we should do some juicy predictions. See what happens there.
Should we do a little prediction thing and do like some stakes on it? You know, like maybe a little bit money or forfeit or something.
Shave her hair off.
Oof. Well, if I shave my hair off, I'm all right. But you, like, both of you got good hair.
Yeah, hey, come on, fucking hell.
I can't do the
I'm getting scared now. I don't know if it'll grow back the same.
No, you've got a good hairline, man. You're fine.
Yeah, I've got a good hairline, Jack. What are you on about?
But I don't know if it'll grow back the same. Maybe it'll grow back, yeah. But will it be the same? I don't want to do it and then go, oh shit, now I've receded. I've lost.
No, it wasn't cool. No, mate, you're fine. Like,
I asked my barber this question about receding hairlines and losing hair, and if you're still like having like little baby hairs growing up top of your head, then that you're not losing your hair, apparently. So.
See, I had a friend who like just went. He was like, "Fuck it, I'll just go bald," and now he's got to stay bald.
Yeah, that's a shit point.
That's I know for me, and this is where I'm going to jinx myself and become bald. But I know for me, some people suit bald. It's like, oh, I'm bald. It's like, great, you look great. You look great. I know for me, I don't think I will look great. I've got a weird shaped head. It's lumpy. I've got a lumpy head. And I'm like, I need my hair.
You had next to nothing hair, and that picture you put up was it yesterday on your story? I think it was you years ago, mate. It's mad. It's just a mad transformation pic. That is, man.
But still, it was enough hair. It was enough hair to get by. Bald completely. I think people throw things at me. This is not me. This is not me saying anything about anyone who's not got any hair. I just think me personally, some people really fucking suit looking bald.
I don't know. I think the bigger you'd get, I think the more it would suit you. I think.
Have you gone bald, Mark?
I have gone bald up in 2012 or 2013 it was.
Oh, a long time ago.
Just shaved it off for no reason. I don't think I'll do it again.
Yeah. I don't know, man. If I had your hair, I would just I'd fucking just rock it all the time.
Yeah, 100%.
To be honest, because I could have grown my hair like that. It would just go like a mushroom.
Never thought I was at that point a few weeks back because I was like, let's do my head in now. Like, what do I do with it? And I was wearing bands just to try and hold it all back. And now it's just kind of sat into place. So
yeah, man.
But let's fucking do it. Why not? Go for the Aragon style.
Absolute cunt.
Fuck yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I'm jealous too, man. I'm jealous. If I did that, I'd probably.
Hey, listen, if we're all here talking about how jealous we are of each other, it would be all fucking day, right? I'm at my skinniest, like, shitty moment at the moment. I'm feeling it at the moment, boys. I am really struggling with it. Like that 10-pound drop in a fucking few days, that being sick, all that shit. Jesus Christ.
Do you know what, bro? Can I tell you what? I will tell you what.
Tell me what.
A couple of weeks ago, everything came out to me, both ends, right?
Yeah.
Bad time.
Yeah.
And I was like, it takes a couple of weeks to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's happened again.
Oh, fuck.
For the past couple of days. And I'm like,
fuck.
Yeah. And that's really fucked me off, right? Because yesterday
I was just starting to get somewhere as well, and I was like, yeah, I'm fucking feeling good again. Then boom.
That's literally where I've been at. I was like, yeah, everything's great, boom, boom, boom.
Really?
Boom. I think I've narrowed it down to some protein that's gone off. And that was the only thing I've changed because everything I do fucking the same. And I'm like, I'll try a bit of this in this bag. It's clumped a little bit. the only thing that changed. I'm like, that's probably what fucked me
So
last
this is
time.
more of a digestive thing for you, though. And I'm talking. This was the fucking
like food
vital
poisoning.
thing for me. Right.
It's like
Yeah,
food
this is
poisoning just
vital.
coming out of me.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, it's bodybuilders was nightmare, isn't it? When you just when it comes out of you. But fuck it, we just need to. At the moment, I'm not
I
at a
wasn't
place
sick
where I
though.
can
I
make
wasn't
up.
sick though. I wasn't sick. I was just had a chest infection. Wasn't sick as in DMV. Didn't have anything like that. I just wasn't eating. I just couldn't eat, and I was just rapidly losing weight.
That's it. Yeah,
Fucking
it's a
shit.
nightmare. Like last time it happened for a week, so that really threw me off. I think it's not good. It's not. It's definitely not as bad as last time. So I think because when you can't eat and it's coming out of you, you're just like
That's worse.
you've got to accept that you're withering away.
Yeah.
But when you can eat, you get it back, right?
Yeah,
it comes back like that.
And do you know what's funny though? I put that picture up for my story about the post chest infection glow up, and people are like convinced I looked better on the front. People thinking I was trying to say I looked better now, but I wasn't. I was saying like I've dropped 10 pounds and I've like gained 10 years, and people thought I was trying to refer it to the other way around, saying I look.
That's a cliffhanger. Fuck. Okay. Mark's gone, and I think it's a good place to wrap it up.
Yes, sir. Battery died. There you go.
Yeah,
man. That's it.
All right.
Until next time. Yeah, man. We do the Olympia stuff next time.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
Let's do it.
All right, brother. All the best, mate. Catch you later.